Okay, guys, I'm here today with John Frank. Huge honor for me and Michael. And we got him back here. And guys, this week is training an entire instruction all about the tripod guard passing. And today he's going to show us here some theories about the guard passing. And if you have watched some of his videos, he's really good with the theory and the concepts behind each move. So super excited to learn from you again, John.
Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure to be back. Yeah, so the major difference is it's guard passing, but rather than working on specific passes, we're trying to get a position. And although the IBJJF or Abu Dhabi, they're not going to give you points for the position like the pass or the mount, the theory is the same. If I can attain and maintain the tripod position, just like if I attain mount or I maintain mount, this person can defend my choke and defend my Americana, but I'm still always attacking.
Yep.
They're always defending. So even though I'm not getting points, I get into a position where I'm resting, I'm using gravity, he's pushing with his legs, pushing with his arms, getting more tired, and then eventually the passes come. Does he use butterfly hook? Does he use knee shield? Does he try to put a figure four on my leg? Does he frame with his upper body? These are all different variables. But what allows me to deal with the variables is that I treat the tripod like holding the back control, holding the mount control. If I can hold that safely, I will eventually find a way to pass, right?
Good. No,
Yeah.
and can you show?
Of course. So Michael's here. Let's start with his feet on my hips. This is like a recipe for a draw or a tie. His 2 feet, my 2 hands, his 2. So the first thing I'm always trying to do is get to a better distance and a better angle. Right? The angle is too symmetrical, the distance is too far. I don't like to rely on the gi. I don't always have the gi in no gi or self-defense, and I don't want my hands to get torn up. So just very lightly on his knee, and I make him push back into me, and I release one hook just by back stepping and coming in. Now I want his energy, butterfly hook, whatever. I want his spine and his energy kind of missing my body, and my spine and my energy going to this shoulder. And I'm really trying, what the tripod does is it prevents shoulder rotation. Because every sweep, do a butterfly sweep in the air, rotates his shoulders. Anything he can do where he rotates his shoulders is bad for me. So I take that step, I get that angle. Then I want to reach I want to get the underhook. If I reach, he's going to arm lock me. That's no good for me, right? So I bring my whole body in together. Here. I also do not want to put my head on the same side as my underhook because he can sweep me if I put my head on this side.
Good.
So as I dominate shoulder rotation on the near side with my underhook, I will dominate shoulder rotation on the far side with my underhook. I will dominate shoulder rotation with my head. So I take that step close, I don't reach, I slide in and my head goes here. Now, I'm not trying to bicep curl a grown man who's much stronger than me. I move myself to him, I don't move him to me. So I just put my hand on the ground and slide in. I just move my forehead towards my head. Now the last thing is if I lock in his upper body, he'll close his guard. So my free hand will monitor here. I take that step, good. Sweep me with the underhook. Close guard. I play from here. And the first thing I do before I pass is I think of like surfing, just not falling off.
Good.
Right? If I fall off the surfboard, I can't do any tricks.
Good.
If I stay on the surfboard, I can learn tricks. So the first drill is he can butterfly sweep me, he can knee shield, he can do whatever. I won't pass. I will just try to maintain this like mount or back, like I just maintain. So I get in here, and he starts moving me around. Go. Yeah, go. Pass, go. Go, yeah, pass, go. Yeah. So I'm just trying to be here safe, pass. If I can stay here, I can find a way to deal with my legs. Another very important thing is I don't start here and then try to get his knees and then try to get his hips. Because anytime he wants to put a hand in my collar, if we're doing MMA, he can strike me. So if I'm doing that, he puts a hand in my collar, and I'm trying to lock, like a body lock pass or something, he's gonna choke me.
Good.
If I get in here, he's gonna elbow me, right? And so like in terms of, it's not a problem in sport jiu-jitsu, but in terms of self-defense or whatever, I wanna be at a point where he puts a hand in my collar, or he wants to strike me, and I go here, finish the collar choke.
No.
Strike, there's not much for him. And then it's just a matter of, like all sweeps, if he gets me outside my base, I'm swept, right?
Yep.
So the other nice thing about this is, if I'm like a board and he lifts me very slowly, he's gonna go outside my base. But if I'm loose, what I do is I give him my hips, but I call this the golden triangle.
Okay.
So my top of my head, my eyes, my shoulders, they never look up. I'll let my hips move, but not my shoulders. Come here, he lifts my hips, lifts my hips, lifts my hips. Yeah, easy.
Got it.
And if he's big and tall, and I'm stiff, of course he'll get me outside my base of support. So it's important to be cognizant of my free leg, so that if I feel I'm going outside my base of support, he's got good control of this leg. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. So I drag him from leg extension, which is very strong, to adduction, which is very weak. Open your leg. You can't. So I'm coming here, put him in this little box. He starts sweeping me. I just jump, 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 and I smash. And come here. So I feel like as long as I can keep his shoulders from rotating, he will eventually run out of range of motion here.
Good.
And I will be able to pass him.
Good. Oh, Joe, a few questions
Yes.
here. So, and for those, Jiu-Jitsu, there are so many names nowadays that it's hard
Yes.
for people to get track of. So for those who doesn't even know what's the tripod passing, can you explain, like, for example, the tripod passing, you always have to get the underhook, your head always have to be there. How
No,
you can even show me as well.
So that's the ideal. So the ideal is if I can penetrate here, there's no niches, no nothing. I want to shrink this box as tight as possible.
Okay.
Now you're bigger than Michael, so I might be here.
Yep.
On a small person, I might be here, but the direction is like I'm saluting.
Okay.
And that's also going to make your cervical spine tilt a little bit, which makes your legs
Okay.
weaker. So I come in, and how much do you weigh right now?
Should 35.
Yeah, if I try to pull you and you go the other way,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me get arm locked.
Yeah.
I can't bicep curl you.
Yeah.
But if I drive my head, it's okay. Because I'm just moving my own body.
Okay. So this is the tripod passing.
This is my basic position.
Okay.
And if I go here, you go full guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you replace your guard. So now go full guard.
Okay, you block it.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you have butterfly hook. If you put the butterfly hook in, it's only if I'm stiff and you go,
Yeah.
right? That's enough.
Yeah.
But if I give you my hip, but I don't give you this triangle, I can drag you out of your strong position. So
That's interesting.
you start sweeping, and I drag you out here,
That's very interesting.
where you're using a very weak muscle.
Yeah. No,
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. No. Okay. And no, I love it because it's almost like you don't have to spend too much energy, and you can just place yourself there, and things will happen.
Yeah, I'm using gravity.
Got
So
it.
the tripod is to get my hips, like the old Gracie Academy logo and my logo, it's always the triangle, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to put my hips here and my shoulders like equilateral triangle. A lot of stability and a lot of gravity into my shoulder and my,
Got it.
yeah.
No, and my favorite passing is the over-under pass. And when I'm doing it, I try to do exactly the same thing. I try to be as
Your body, yeah.
to make sure that there's a
Maximum
enough-
pressure, yeah.
And this is super interesting. And one question I think people would ask who is watching, like,
Of course.
how would you adapt this for no gi?
Yeah, so I don't grab the gi.
You don't grab the gi. Okay.
So like he can grab my gi. This will happen. In which case I might connect, but not because I want a death grip.
Yeah.
Just kick your leg really hard. I'm always stronger.
Okay.
But just so he doesn't go push me here and push me here, just to anchor, right?
Yeah.
But I don't need this. I can even go here.
Okay.
So I don't really grab the gi. In fact, if my palm is up, I will unconsciously use my bicep.
Okay. And do you ever connect your hands, or you always don't connect your hands?
I try not to because I'll show you the finish and I'll
Okay.
tell you the explanation of why I don't connect my hands. So I get in here and I'm just trying to get him in a very small box. This goes to the mat so I don't bicep curl.
Yeah.
And I just walk my head to my hand.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm trying to make this triangle as small as possible.
Got it.
Not by moving him, but by moving me. And then he starts to sweep me. Yeah, if he has my sleeve here, it's not that I need to grab him. It's that this base of support might not be enough. If throw me to 11 o'clock. Yes.
Got it.
If he's better at jiu-jitsu, he doesn't throw me here, he throws me.
Got it.
So now the same way I jumped with my foot, I move my head. So my base is wider. he can control my wrist with the gi, but I don't need his gi. I get here and he goes, my head goes higher, my head goes higher, my head goes higher, until I go beyond his base of support.
No, that's super interesting.
And then the locking my hands, it's good and it's tight, but the reason I don't prefer it is, let's say I pass that butterfly guard, go, and if I start doing this, there's a couple things. When I go belly down, if he's good with guard recovery, it'll be right here.
Got it.
Versus, if I stay in like that modified,
your hands to monitor.
modified kesagatame, I use my butt.
Oh yeah.
So modified kesagatame would be here, he sweeps me, I come here, and now I'm gonna gather this up, but go to guard. He's gonna run into my hips. And the other thing, for self-defense and everything, my hands are free for striking, for wrapping up his arm, for wrapping up this arm. So I have my weight on him with my hands free.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, no, this is super interesting. And most of the people who watch, they're kind of like over 30, over 35, and I think it's great because they don't spend so much energy. So it's not the type
using gravity,
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Yeah, so guys, make sure to check it out. So John just shot this entire instruction this week, all about the tripod passing, and it's going to be at bjjfanatics.com very soon. So learn from him. He's a great instructor, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. That was awesome.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.